What is going on, Multiversus? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday, and you know what that means. It is time for the next Multiversus Yay or Nay series episode, and today we're shining the light on the cat burglar, Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. Now, Catwoman, I've been getting quite a few requests over on Twitter the past couple weeks, so heck, here we go. She gets her own episode. So there you go. And before anybody asks, yes, today will be the day for the new poll. It will be up. I already have it scheduled. So, yep, it's coming up later today, just in case anybody's wondering, I promise. But yes, so Catwoman, she gets her own episode. So let's begin, shall we? And we will start off with move number 1. And we're going to call this one / Whip Strike. Now, I envision this attack as her grounded forward attack. You know how many characters in the game, their grounded forward attack, you can hit the attack button like 2 or 3 different times, and then they do like a different attack. So it's like a 2 or 3 hit combo for a lot of characters, right? So that's kind of what I envision for Catwoman. So here's the attack. It's a simple 3-hit attack where Catwoman slashes her claws from one hand, kind of doing like, say, a little bit of like a swiping motion, and then she will deliver a 2-handed strike to the gut, and then she will finish it off with a whip strike when the opponent gets sent flying. So here's the thing. The second strike with the two-handed strike will end up sending the opponent a little bit farther away from Catwoman. This allows Catwoman to then use that whip to hit him for that third attack and get even more damage. So there you go. With that, plus it allows Catwoman to utilize her trademark whip because she uses it quite often. And if it's not in her moveset, I mean, that could be a pretty big missed opportunity there, right? So if you're going to portray the character, you got to get what you got to use a lot of what they're known to use. So let's get the whip in there somewhere, and this one would work pretty well. Move number 2, we're calling this one the Rising Claws because that's what it's called in Injustice. So I like this move, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit from what you've seen, but it's still going to be the same idea. So Rising Claws, I would envision this being her up special. So it'll start by having Catwoman actually jumping high into the air, not like super high, but she'll jump into the air, and then she will slash her claws 3 or 4 different times. And each time that she slashes her claws, she will end up kind of elevating herself just a little bit higher and higher and higher. So each successful, it doesn't even have to be successful. Each time that she swings her claws, she just kind of goes a little bit higher each time. That way, again, this is her up special. Up special should give you, well, vertical recovery. So that also does that. Plus, it also protects her from anybody that might be above her. So it's got that going for her. And plus, if an opponent is at high damage and you want to pull this move out, it's a multi-hit attack. So if you can hit 1 or 2 of the attacks and your opponent is kind of above stage and they're definitely in KO range for damage-wise, well, pull this move out and you might be able to get them because, again, if they're above stage and they're at high damage, you know, they don't have that much farther to go to the blast zone. So this move could be pretty impactful for Catwoman in her moveset. Move number 3, we're calling this one Caltrops. Now, what is a caltrop? I figured somebody might ask that. So the little definition of a caltrop, it's basically, it's like a weapon that's, it's got like multiple different sharp nails or sharp points to this object. Best way I can describe it, has anybody played that game Jacks? The one where you bounce a ball and then you got to pick up one of those little jacks, right? And then you bounce the ball again, then you got to pick up 2 jacks. You know that game? Who's played that? Please tell me somebody's played that. Otherwise, this reference will basically be totally pointless. But those jacks, that's basically what a caltrop is, but just a lot sharper. So the attack itself for Catwoman, well, she'll just kind of like throw out a bunch of caltrops onto the battlefield, right? And how does that work? How does that translate into an attack? Well, if an opponent happens to, say, step on it, they could get some sort of status effect where they become stunned, possibly for a brief moment. Maybe they even become slowed down for a brief period of time. This allows Catwoman to try to get the advantage. Again, the caltrops will not stay on the field forever. They will have a timer. That way, you don't got to deal with some unnecessary hazard that just never goes away. So yes, it should have its own lifespan to it, but it's a pretty decent attack, so you knock your opponent off stage. You want to throw down some caltrops near the end of this, near the edge of the stage, I should say, and your opponent's able to recover. And if they end up stepping over that, now they're going to be a little bit slower or stunned or whatever effect might get applied to it. And then Catwoman could follow it right back up. So this is kind of a good, I don't know if you want to say setup, but it's kind of a good controlling type of tool for her moveset. So there you go. Plus, I guess you can't really call it a projectile, I suppose, but it's just a good trap game, if you will. So yeah, kind of controlling. That was the better way to put it. Yeah, good controlling type of move for her. Now let's talk about a couple alternate costumes. And the first one that I really like personally, which is why I'm including it, is the outfit from A Long Halloween. Anybody that's read this? Maybe? I'm sure somebody might have, but A Long Halloween, I like the costume idea, so I figure it's alternate costume. It's a possibility. It could be up there, so it's nothing flashy. It's nothing crazy, so definitely has to be on the lower end of the rarities, I would say. Probably a rare at best, but still Long Halloween. I'd like it, so I would love to see it up there, at least as a skin at some point, an alter or a character variant, if you will. So costume variant, so that'd be kind of cool. And then the other one, I don't know what this one is called, so I'm just gonna call it the stitched up look, I guess. We've all seen this one, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us have seen this one. So yeah, if anybody knows the actual name of this, it was kind of driving me crazy. I tried looking it up and I could never find an actual name for this costume, so that bugged me. So if anyone knows that, please let me know what this is. But either way, Long Halloween for one idea, and then the stitched up look for idea number two. So there you go. Now let's talk about a couple taunts or winning animations here. First up, perfect idea. Cat bath. She kind of just gives herself a cat bath, right? She kind of like licks the back of her hand and kind of like puts it over the top of her head, as you can see by the little image on screen. So it'd be funny, I think, after you get like after you get a KO, kind of like, hey, I just worked pretty hard, now I got to kind of clean myself up a little bit. I put in the dirty work. Now I got to get out there and look good again. So cat bath could work. I think it could. And then the other one for taunt number two, something along the lines of she's holding a diamond or a treasure, or there's cats around her, or a cat brings her a diamond, something to that effect. I mean, she's a cat burglar after all, right? So got to get that. I would imagine this would have to be like a winning animation and not like an actual taunt. I think it fits more as a winning animation. Like, hey, I won the match. I got all the treasure. So I just cashed in. I made it big. So it's just my idea. I don't have an image for this next one, but like I said, something with cats. I don't know. She just pulls out a cat and pets it, maybe. That's another idea. It is Catwoman after all. But there you go with that. Now for the yay or nay portion of the video. Boy. Okay. Yay or nay for Catwoman. I'm going to go nay. I know that might be surprising. I know, like I got no issues with Catwoman. I just, if we're going to go with another character from the Batman universe, I got other characters I'd rather see anyway. And my default reason, like I always say, if a character's not on my top 50 most wanted list, and 50 is a lot of characters, I can't give them a proper yay. I still might think they could be fun. I just don't know if Catwoman would be the character I would play too much or even get that excited about, but I still don't have an issue with her joining the roster. So personally, I gotta say nay. Nay for me. I'm sure she's going to get a lot of yays regardless, and she probably deserves it. So that is going to be it for this one. Did I mention this at the beginning? I already forgot. But if I didn't, the new yay or nay poll is going to be up a few hours after this video gets uploaded. It has already been scheduled, so I did not forget it. It is coming out later today, so we'll see how that one goes. But either way, that is going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.